Hello YouTube, my name is F.D.G and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. Now, if you saw the last video, we went over the Gneisenau now and the gameplay because I've started to squeeze them into one video like you guys wanted to see. So, yeah, we are on the Bismarck, the mighty Bismarck, the biggest, well, I wouldn't say biggest, but the scariest battleship in the world, quote unquote. Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was the U-Motto or the Ira class. But yeah, Bismarck at the time it was and wasn't, and I'll tell you a bit more on that later on. But yeah, it's a bit in between. It was a legend, but it wasn't a legend, or like it wasn't dangerous or it was dangerous. I don't know. I'll tell you later. You'll understand what I mean later on in the video. So, obviously this is going to be one video going over the stats and the gameplay. So let's get into it, shall we? So we are running Dr. von Roth, aka Franz von Hipper. This has been the same build throughout the entire German battleship line, so I'm not really going to go over it. I'm just going to go over the flammable cannoneer, charge gibbets, master ship, Russian XXL, and fight fire fire. Loadout. You can run secondary build on this one, but I tend to go for the guns because they just are very. They're not very good, but they are good. They are good. Plus, you get a sonar, which is even better. And of course, it's Bismarck, so we need to have the from the bottom of the ocean skin, because why not? It is probably the sexiest camo you'll ever get for this ship. You do get this camouflage, but I highly recommend to get this, unless you don't want to spend 5,000 doubloons in this store right now. Flag, obviously, hunt for the Bismarck. Why not? Specs, I'm only going to go over the artillery, because that's really what you'd really need to know, so yeah. But anyway, you've got the 380mm L52 SKC 34, the same on Gneisenau and Tirpitz, because obviously they're both sisters, but yes, these are the same guns as Gneisenau. You've got 4x2 of those, reaching out to 19.9 kilometers, reloading in 25.1 seconds. Turn time is 29 seconds. HE shell damage is 4400 with a 34% fire sentence chance. Maximum HE shell damage is 12,528, the same as Gneisenau. Secondary armament is you have the 105mm L65 DOP LC 37s. You've got 8x2 of those, reaching out to 9 kilometers, reloading in 2.7 seconds. Then you've got the 150mm L55 SKC C28s. You've got 6x2 of those, reaching out to 9 kilometers again, reloading in 6 seconds with a maximum HE shell damage of 1700 with an 8% fire sentence chance. I've also just realised I haven't gone up over the upgrades, so why not? Aiming systems mod 1, steering gears mod 2. You could change that for propulsion mod 2, but I actually really want to turn this ship and not get smacked for 20k. Concealment, system mod 1 as usual, and instead of main battery mod 3, because I was running secondary build and I made it an epic mod, I haven't changed it to main battery mod 3. I have secondary battery mod 3. Honestly, it's okay in a secondary brawler situation if you're mixing with the guns and secondaries, but honestly, there's not really much difference for the guns, except you get a little bit worse traverse speed, but a better reload to around 21 seconds, same as the Tirpitz. So yeah, as you can see, we are fully upgraded as well. Now that I've gone over that, armour, right, this is where this thing kind of comes in. So, as you can see, you have a 50mm bow, so nothing will overmatch you, which is really good. You then have a 110mm extended belt. No, never mind, a 60mm extended belt and a 32mm bow. Oh my god, I am so stupid. I can't like compare colours. So you've got 32mm bow and stern, so you can be overmatched by one ship at this tier, or the tier above, and that's the Musashi, or the ARP Musashi. That is it. Georgia can't do it because that has 457mm guns. You need 460mm guns to overmatch this thing. So if you see a Musashi and you're in this thing, run away. Run away. Be scared like hell, because you will just get obliterated. So yeah, Musashi, you're not very good at going up against. Any other ship? Yeah, you're fine. Unless you go broadside. And I'm going to talk about that right now. So, you have a very, well, I wouldn't say very nice citadel. You have a big citadel, but it's waterline, right? And because it's German, you have a turtleback. But if you take away that, if you look at the side plating, it is extremely flat. It's very, 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 very flat. Like literally horizontal flat. Not angled flat, horizontal flat. And it goes all the way around, right to the bow. Okay, you have that slight angle, but honestly that won't change a thing. Okay, so you go broadside in front of an Iowa, God almighty, good luck, and say bye-bye to 20,000 HP of your health, because you will not be happy when that happens. You will not. I've chunked this for 20-30k. It is beautiful on my end, not so beautiful on the receiving end. So yeah, if you're playing this wrong, you're going broadside every game. Like, yeah, keep on going broadside for me. But like, if you want to win, if you want to live, use your armor as best as you can. Honestly, I still use Dreadnought Shuffle with this thing. It can be very, very good for every other ship. So honestly, use Dreadnought Shuffle for this thing if you're going up against something that could potentially kill you. If not, will kill you. Overview. Ironclad. Above average armor thickness. Greater resistance to all forms of armor penetration. Yes. It is, except for obviously the Musashi, because it overmatches your bow and stern. Secondary range. Above average secondary main battery range. Yes, yes it is. It is pretty nice, the secondary range on this thing. It is pretty nice. But it's not German battle cruiser secondaries, and they're not so accurate. They literally just go everywhere. It's literally, if you the best description I can do is if you just had a bag of ball pit balls and just tipped it all over the floor and it just went everywhere. That is literally what it feels like with the secondaries. They go everywhere. You get 1 or 2 hits, but they just go everywhere. So honestly, secondary build, it can happen. You can get very nice secondary damage and everything, but honestly, I tend to go for the guns. It's tough. Above average HP rating, no. So I'll just show you now. Only 69,000 damage HP. No, I don't think so. I think the healthiest BB at the tier is, I think it's Nebraska. I'm pretty sure it's Nebraska. Before it had the nerf to the HP, or it might still be. I'm not sure, but there's probably something else that's got like more HP. But yeah, the closest thing I can think of is Nebraska or the Tirpitz that has like 73,000 HP. But yeah, I don't really agree with that. So yeah. Bismarck. By the start of World War II, Bismarck was one of the mightiest, quote-unquote, mightiest battleships in the world, owing to advanced gunfire control systems and powerful artillery. Really? 15-inch guns? Powerful artillery? Artillery? If that's including the secondaries, yes, but 15-inch guns on its own? Nah, not so much. Her rugged construction, elaborate subdivision into compartments, compartments, and extensive armour ensured a high level of endurance. She entered service in 1940, and there were two of them, which I both have, Bismarck and Tirpitz. So, let's have a quick look at her. Honestly, she's pretty nice, I must say. She's probably one of the sexiest German battleships you'll ever get, and she's for free. Like, who's going to resist this offer? Plus, it's the quote-unquote mightiest battleship in the world, and everyone knows it. I mean, come on. This was the first BB, or German BB, I ever knew. Before I even started the game. Literally playing Legends and World of Warships Blitz, frankly. If you don't know what it is, I started it on... It's literally PC, but on mobile, but it's terrible. Like, literally the graphics are terrible. But I still enjoyed it, and I actually got it on Blitz, and yeah. But altogether, she's a very nice looking ship. Great performance. This camo looks very nice on the ship as well. Very detailed, and yeah, that's all I can really say. So, with that being said, let's get into the gameplay, shall we? Alrighty, so we are on Warrior's Path, and we're in the Tier 7 German battleship Bismarck, and also known as the mightiest battleship in the world. No, it wasn't. Or the biggest battleship in the world. No, it wasn't. It was the Musashi and the Yamato. I know the dangerous one, probably Yamato or Iowa. Either one. But they are definitely more dangerous than Bismarck. But yeah. Anyway, let's focus on the gameplay. So we're on the the left flank. Sorry, there is also a spider crawling on me, so you can die. Bye bye. Anyway, we're on the right flank. Oh my god, we're on the left flank. Sorry. Of Warrior's Path, and we have a Wichita and a D7P on our flank. So we do have a bit of support, and it is a carrier match, which is annoying, and I think the carrier is a Shokaku or something, and is over here, which is not good. Sorry for me yawning. Yeah, it is a Shokaku or Shokaku. I don't know. But it is over here, and that's not ideal for us because he's just torped us, and two of those torpedoes are going to hit, and one causes a flood. Of course it does. And that middle torpedo actually hit where one of the Ark Royal's swordfish torpedoes hit in the Battle of the Denmark Strait. I think it was the Battle of the Denmark Strait. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Or the hunt for the Bismarck, and that's jammed Bismarck's rudder, which gave the British an advantage because she was just going in circles and circles and circles. So she was basically a sitting duck. If you don't know what that means, she can't really do anything about it. She can't do much about it, so she's just gonna have to do stuff with it and hope for the best. But obviously the British decided, no, we want revenge on Hood, because obviously Bismarck sunk the Hood. Everyone knows this. The Bismarck and the Hood engaged in a fight, Giant against Giant, and Bismarck won because she had a lucky shell hit in the Hood's magazine, which exploded the Hood. Only about 3 survivors lived out of 2,100 sailors. So yeah, rest in peace to them. But obviously the British wanted revenge because they sunk the pride of the Royal Navy, HMS Hood, and they wanted to really give Bismarck what she deserved. Because like literally, Hood was almost 25 years old at that time. I think she was about 23 years old. From 1918 to 19 41. Yes, so so she was almost 23. 25. So she was about 23 years old. And everyone knows her around the world at this point. Hood was well known for being the biggest ship in the world at that. Oh, well, battleship in the world at that point, anyway. And obviously, British didn't like it. We didn't like it, so we was like, no, F Bismarck. We're gonna kill him. We're gonna sink it. You know, we're gonna give the angry Austrian painter a good old whooping. Give him a good old flogging. If you don't know what that is, it's just old English stuff from my dad and families and everything. Anyway, yeah, we had to punish Hitler. Him for that, and we sunk the Bismarck, and she did take a right beating, Bismarck, though. I would give her that. She did take a right beating. And, yeah, she eventually sunk from the torpedoes of a F.D.G class cruiser, or it might be an Edinburgh class cruiser. And the Duke of York did finish her off, I think. I'm not sure. This is all off of memory. I would search up on my phone, but I just can't be bothered to do it right now. But anyway, let's focus on the game, because I've been talking about Bismarck and Hood and all that. This is the game. So, as you can see, just a minute ago, I did smack the Bismarck on the enemy team for about 20k, which is beautiful. We do have a Harbin here. I'm very sorry I'm yawning. I'm very tired. Yes, so obviously Bismarck here is naked, which is great for me, because no camo means get a better dispersion for me and more damage for me from him, if that makes sense. So yeah, we're just going to smack, hopefully smack this D7P as it goes broadside. Now, as you can see, we don't have the what's it mod? Reload mod, epic mod. But as you can see, we don't really need that because we smacked the crap out of this D7P with a few shells in the superstructure that went down into a citadel. This guy's almost dead. He's gone for, and he does try to bomb us with his airstrike, but yeah, he should be dead. Nope, he doesn't die. So the cruiser should finish him off here, though. Yeah, and he does, which is good. Really good. And we're already up to 60k. Not bad. And the fire goes out as well, which is good. As well. So we're just going to chunk this Bismarck in his superstructure, and this Harbin is very lucky that I didn't shoot this Bismarck. Otherwise I would have shot this guy, and I probably would have either citadeled him or dev struck him. But he's a very lucky chap, and we know he's torpedoing us because he does go broadside again. So we pop our sonar, which is very handy for us, and as you can see, the torpedoes that are right there. Luckily we are going to dodge them, which is good. Harbin here is going to take a bit of a chunk from my shells. Only 4 overpens though. It's expected though. It's a Harbin. You're going to overmatch it because of its weak armour. So it will be harder to citadel. Bismarck is now running away from us, which is pretty good for us anyway. And yeah, so the accuracy on Bismarck, it is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. It's not Tirpitz levels. I think Tirpitz is a lot better with accuracy and like just damage in general. Let's focus on this one. And I think that because people don't really care, I don't know, like, I'm trying to say that it's people underestimate it. Like I said last video about the Knights now, but I don't think they really do. I think they just play it wrong. Because a lot of the time you'll see Bismarck's going broadside or doing secondary brawling builds. Oh my god, I'm so sorry for this. I'm so sorry for yawning. Anyway, yeah, you see them do secondary brawling builds, which can be really good, can be really nasty for the enemy team, or for the opposing team anyway. And yeah, you know, your secondaries can do stuff, but they go everywhere. Literally, they go everywhere. You put it up against a bloody Mackinson, the tier 5 German battlecruiser, that has more accuracy than this. I guarantee you'll get more secondary shell hits with a Mackinson than a Bismarck if you were to run a secondary build with it. Because the shells just go everywhere, man. But anyway, Harbin says hello. We do put up our spotter plane, and down he goes. I don't know how that wasn't a dev strike, but I'll still take it. And that takes us up to 88,000 damage. Now, that Musashi does go down, but it also takes down our other Musashi. So they did ram. Just a bit of a trade there. We are winning on points, though, which is good. The carrier is somewhere over here. I think the cruiser's trying to go for the carrier. And I don't actually know what he's trying to do. Kuchezov wants to say hello to us, though. We do dodge the torpedoes from the Harbin, which is good, though. I'm trying to, like, shoot 2 targets at the same time. I'm trying to turn away from this Bismarck as well, because we want to try and get a good angle on him. And frankly enough, you do get better firing angles while firing, like, while you're firing backwards. It's a lot better on the H-class battleships anyway, like Grosker first, or Prusen, or like Pommern, or even F.D.G, which I'll talk about later on next video. But obviously Bismarck here is bow tanking us. He is getting closer to our secondaries. We are still shooting down planes. Kuchezov is still there. We've got a Schroeder over here as well, so hopefully our Schroeder should win. This guy, I'm guessing, has secondary mod on because he's got secondaries further than us. And we are very, very, very close to being dead. Literally 800 health. Try and get this last salvo off as quick as possible. We do get the salvo off just before we die, and down he goes. We take down the opposing Bismarck. But altogether, a pretty good game. And I think that I can get a better game out of Bismarck, because it wasn't my best. I think my best is about 160. But this is the best I've gotten so far. I've played it like 5 times, averaging around 100,000 damage, which is not great for tier 7. Anyway, obviously Saipan goes down to the Lucian. He was never going to live from the Lucian anyway. And he is going to bomb this Lucian, hopefully. Anyway, give us a chance. But because we've got a lead on capping the enemy team, or capping the enemy team's capture or base or whatever, we can catch up on points because we've stopped their points. Well, we've stopped them getting points because we're in the cap, which is good. Which will give us the advantage of winning. Schroeder is coming over here. I think he's running away from this. Sorry about that. Lucian, because he is very close to dead. And if this Lucian even starts shooting at him, he will probably die. So it's just a situation of you want to trust your teammates, but you don't trust them. Like you give them, you ended up with them like being the last ones alive, and like, oh my god, you've had such a good game in it, and you don't want them to die, and they do that. But obviously it's the opposite way around, because we do win. Obviously, oh no, enemy is capturing the base. Guess what? We are 6 points ahead of them, so we will win, which is good, very, very good. So in general, I think Bismarck, very good ship. You see quite a few of them around, but quite a few of them don't do the best out of your enemy team, or out of your team anyway. But yeah, Bismarck, good ship, good accuracy, okay secondaries. Obviously, if you want to run a secondary build, go ahead, run a secondary build. The secondaries can do some stuff, but they do go everywhere. Like I said earlier on in the video, like describing it as if you had a bag of ball pit balls and you just tipped it all over the floor. They just went everywhere. But that's the end of the game. 115,000 damage. A few citadels. What was that? 2 citadels, 2 kills, 2,600 base XP. Not too shabby for Bismarck. So, if you like what I'm doing, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, press that like button, and yeah, I will see you next video, and it will be our last video on the line. So until then, I will see you next time in World of Warships Legends. Goodbye.